And I mean, this is just a fun game, nonetheless. Meanwhile, the bottom, he is wow, he is CSing quite well, 20 and 10. So I mean, against a warlock, nonetheless, he is requiring a couple initiations, and not sure why they didn't go for it. The leap is already used, so probably could have casted a torrent and probably got a kill, but I guess they're playing a little bit reserved. Meanwhile, Pugna forced to traverse mid, only 6 creep kills, so he also is having a very bad farming day, matching that warlock. So I mean, or the respective solos on the long lane is just having a lot of trouble here. And let me see how the item progression is doing so far. The CM is just picking up a lot of restoratives and whatnot. And we can see actually Enigma picking up a Soul Ring here. The Soul Ring, I think it's a little bit overkill in terms of having mana regeneration. They do have the Brilliance Aura and a Basil Ring on their team, so definitely don't need the burst from Enigma. Of course, Enigma is one of those kind of mana dependent hero. Generally, he goes in the jungle and doesn't have enough mana to come out for a gank. So the Soul Ring will help out in that regard. Black Hole does cost quite a bit of mana, so I mean maybe that's why he's getting it for. It looks like there is gonna be a gank coming on the Doombringer. Doombringer is gonna take a shackle shot here. There is a shackle shot, and Doombringer falls down here. We see Spoonface at 31 and 6, so he is farming pretty well. Probably leading game. I'm just do a quick CS check. We see Kunkka at 31 and 6 as well, and there is bit of action on top lane here. Top lane Jack does take a nice torrent into a ghost ship, I presume here, and Kunkka safely TPs out. So Kunkka playing not too bad. Meanwhile, we do see the roaming party of Sentinel coming into jungle, and this ward again is paying off. We do see the Windrunner and the CM coming in, so we're doing whatever we can to hide out. So really, this ward is a great choice, and I mean, they're playing at very offensive top lane, and we're doing whatever we can to just survive. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we do see Ian actually traversing back bottom to pick up a little bit of farm. Ian is already picking up 11 creep kills, LCSing like the solo warlock, LCSing the Pugna here, so I'm not too sure how Ian is doing whatever he's doing, but Ian is in the shit. Meanwhile, we see a great initiation on these Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is probably gonna go down, but Furion is taking a bit of damage. Furion is gonna Furion is gonna be okay. And fail Sprout here, and so we see more initiate coming back in. A single torrent is gonna get everyone here, gonna pick up a kill on the Furion player. So good job there, and but more return kill on the Enigma here. So trading a Furion for Enigma is probably a good choice here. Meanwhile, we see a Spoonface coming back here with a nice shackle shot, but he is gonna eat a Doom, but not before he kills Ian. So he picks up a double kill, trading his life. Not too sure if that's the best strat. Furion gonna come back with the TP back in. But the Doombringer is not chasing. So a poor communication by the Scourge team here, and looks like Furion will give up his life pointlessly, and another torrent. That's a second torrent at the exact same spot, killing the Furion twice. So this Kunkka is actually having some nice torrents. He did have a torrent into a nice bolt earlier on the kill on Jack as well. So a pretty good job on the Sentinel team picking up kills here and there, and they're really going to some nice advantage here. The Doombringer is 30 and 9. But other than that, none of us is farming too well. Jack at 7-3, so 10 minutes into the game, and that's probably the most horrible farming Jack has ever done in his life. Jack definitely a great farmer in other games. Not too sure what the hell is going on in this game, but he did have a very offensive lane against him, so he had to sacrifice a lot of creeps in terms of being safe, having a safety, and that's the reason why Kunkka is leading the way with 35 CS, Spoonface at 31 CS, Warlock only 20 despite having a solo, Hobbs at 32, the bottom at 25 and 10, and that's pretty much the farming. So it's definitely Sentinel leading the way in terms of farming, but I mean, let's see, what did Ian put a fair ward here? Ian did put a fair ward here. That ward is a bit too close to the right here, not seeing this area, but it did see the rune spot. If you guys are putting a ward, generally you want to put it a bit more to the left. Meanwhile, Restalker has picked up a kill on Polym, I believe, probably just an arrow into a kill. Sorry, I missed that. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, a couple more action coming in. A Spoonface actually getting picked off. Probably gonna go. He was going for this low HP Furion here, but getting baited into a cask and maledict by Ian. So Ian doing a pretty good job. Looks like Ian is trying to doing whatever he can to catch up on farm, because he has been roaming pretty offensively. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we do see the entire Scourge lane is going to be pushing, and there is going to be Doom, and oh wow, every spell hitting here, and this Kunkka player is going to be going down here. So good job picking up kill here, and I think we could get a tower push going off. We do have the Pugna. Pugna's barely level 7 at this point, but those Nether Blasts will regardlessly hurt the tower a lot. We do see Warlock TPing, so there is the Inferno backup here, and oh, I do want to point out this warding position. This game we've been seeing some terrible wards here. Keep in mind, this is a non-professional game. I have to keep stressing that. But notice this ward placed by the Scourge, placed by Luminous, and this ward placed by noobing it up. If you compare the two, the Luminous ward does see vision up behind this camp, as so you see a fair arrow going in. And if you look at the Sentinel ward here, this entire vision is neglected, and it looks like there is an engagement. There is a great black hole going in, and that cast is just going crazy. There is a Maledict here. Probably should have gone for Enigma, but we really hate Spoonface, so we definitely want to go for Spoonface. But everything is gonna be okay here. That CM being a little bit baller coming in, taking out the ward here. So looks like the action has to die down a little bit. And I was talking about this ward here. If you just place it over here behind this tree, you would get access into this vision, whereas if you place it before the tree, you don't see any of it. So if you ever place the observer ward, definitely place it behind that little tree area. So it looks like there is going to be a great push coming into the mid lane. One thing about the Sentinel lineup, they do have a very push intensive lineup, and I'm not sure what the hell that Inferno was about. Maybe he was just using it for the push, but definitely they're forcing the bottom away, and Scourge definitely need a lot of teleportation and come back in. Sentinel is pretty good at Turtle in terms of having cast, having a Nether Blast, and the force of nature here, and a great cast of fair arrow on the Inferno here. And I think Pugna will fall down. Yeah, Pugna does fall down. I think this tower is gonna fall down as well. Let's see who's gonna last it there. The Enigma player will last his. Say hi to Trace. He is getting a lot of gold. He is at 2180 lasting. Hobbs actually missing that creep kill. Okay, getting that one, and it's always fun to make fun of Hobbs, as we see an engagement on this forest here, and that is just gonna be oh no. And they will pick off the Witch Doctor. They do pick off the bottom, so that's some jungle surprise butt sex here for these commentator team. And the commentator team is not having a good game so far. It's 17-13, and we are definitely losing it. And I have to point out, if you do notice the Sentinel, the Scourge tag, all of the commentators has picked up a DC tag representing Dota commentators, and Hobbs is the only one not picking up the DC tag, because we said he's not good enough for the DC tag. There is a last hit requirement, and Hobbs is generally the most horrible last hitter there is, so we definitely didn't want him to carry the DC tag. This is great Dota commentary, as he's gonna eat some freeze bite and eat a lot of. He does get a doom off Enigma. We see Enigma coming back, Potom coming back in, another fair arrow by Restalker here, but the Furion TPing in. We do get a Sprout off and another. A couple more casts. They will get the Enigma player, and will get off the CM as well. So a little bit of a great chasing kill by the Scourge team, picking up kills here and there. So, and that's what I had in mind just when I picked him this lineup. We definitely want more mobility, definitely want more ganking, and that Furion and the leaping Potom definitely paid off there. And with that, we could probably take off the bottom tower. Yeah, the bottom tower is pretty low at this point. We do have Pugna, so Pugna is gonna, itemless or not, he will be nether blasting like crazy here. Doombringer actually picked up the relic, so we are gonna get a radiance pretty soon here. Another fair arrow by Restalker. Restalker is probably having some abysmal AA here, and on the top lane, we do see Spoonface putting up some nice damage on the tower here. And we are really forced by a lot of teleportation scroll. We do see Spoonface picking up the Perseverance. So this is definitely, is it going to be a Battle Fear, or is it going to be a not Perseverance, Lincoln Sphere. So we'll see. A Lincoln Sphere wouldn't be a bad choice at all here, considering we're going up against the Doombringer. Definitely want the extra protection against the Doom, or the a lot of the amount of single target nukes and stuns on the Sentinel team, on the Scourge team. So Lincoln wouldn't be a bad choice here. On the flip side, Battle Fear wouldn't be that bad of a choice either. We do have kind of Fear Hero on Sentinel, on Scourge, so I mean extra damage won't be too bad here. But we'll see how this goes. Doombringer should back up, Radiance or not. A single blink. They do have a lot of hero coming in. They could easily get off a gank on Doombringer. Doombringer easily, smartly backs up here. Let's see how much gold he has. He's only at 900 gold, so not too far off from his Radiance here. And meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we see Kunga still free farming pretty much. He does have a safe boost now. Let's see, he's gonna go into a Battle Fury next, or is he gonna go into Lodars? I don't think Battle Fury is needed here. They do have a lot of I mean, one reason getting into Battle Fury is for that passive regeneration. That Perseverance is some nice regeneration, but they do have the Brilliance Aura and the